everybody. Welcome to another edition of NCW, also known as New Comic Wednesday. If you haven't been with us before, we chat for a few minutes every Wednesday about Zenescope's newest releases. If you don't know who I am your NCW. I keep wanting to say NCAA. I don't know where I picked this up. Host Amber, and look at my festive Easter themed chickies on my banner, thanks to Casey. It has been almost a month, I feel like, since I've done NCW. Apologies. Casey filled in very, very well last week. And then we didn't have NCW the week before because we were all traveling. So this is a reunion for me and the fans. And, you know, biasly, one of my favorite guests, Jenna Lynn Wright, could luckily come on today, even though I gave her a very late heads up. So I'm glad that she'll be on. But yeah, I'm excited for this NCW. I know I need to have Ralph on again very soon. It's been a long time since Ralph and I got to argue. Got along on one of these streams. But yeah, today we're going to be talking about GRIMM Tales of Terror, Sea of Souls. But to where you can get our latest releases, you can either find them on Comixology, you can get them at your local comic shop, or you can head to Zenescope.com right now, press new releases, and it will show you this week's release and previous releases in order from latest. So on top of that, so you never miss an NCW, you never miss a coffee with Casey and Noah, you never miss a VCon, make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe and push that notification bell so you never miss an NCW. But like I said, don't forget to react to these videos, like them, share them, comment, because this is it. This is our time together, and you want to share all of the incredible releases that Zenescope has with all of your fans. So, like I mentioned, today we'll be talking about GRIMM Tales of Terror Quarterly, Sea of Souls, which is $8.99 in our web store, written by Jenna Lynn Wright, who I will bring on in just a moment. But we have three wonderful covers here today, and I feel like I know which one is going to be all of your favorites, and I know it's usually cover C, but I don't know if it's going to be cover C this week. So here is cover A. This reminds me a lot of the movie Ghost Ship, like hardcore Ghost Ship. You see the face in the front. I don't know if you've ever played a game. It's a Bandai game. They do this like anthology series, and they go on this boat. What was it called? Oh, Man of Medan. And it's like a choose your own adventure, and everybody gets to be their own character. And they go on this ship, and you don't know what's wrong with this ship. And then there's like 14 different endings. I don't know. Great game, but this reminds me a lot of that on this cover. You don't really know. There's something off with this ship. You don't know what's off with this ship, but you're going to find out. Here is cover B. We got a mermaid, maybe, but, looks kind of like a sinister mermaid, even though most mermaids are sinister, but you're never really sure. And then here is cover C. So I'm genuinely interested to know what your favorite cover is. I feel like I know that you guys usually say cover C, but I think we might have toss-up this week. I really am digging all of the covers. I like this one from the point of view. We usually don't get point of views from the bottom up, which I think is really, really cool. So tell me what your favorite cover is in the comments. Okay, before I bring on Jenna, I will read the synopsis very quickly. The ocean is an enigma, storing many mysteries in its vast depths. Numerous accounts of its spirits, curses, and creatures of legend span through the centuries, but are all chalked up as myth to those on the land. But for those who call the sea home, they know better. And when the unforgiving, salty mistress spills her secrets, they know to steer clear at all costs. So when the opportunity comes up for several adventurers to escape the confines of their mundane life on land, they board a cruise that sets sail through the murky, bottomless waters on a ship said to be haunted. There they will find that some stories of the seven seas are anything but tales. What does that mean? I don't know. Guess we'll have to ask Jenna of what it means. What does that mean?
That means that some things that you might think are myths, perhaps say mermaids and such are not, and they will probably rip your face off.
Do you believe in mermaids?
I mean, no, but I did grow up watching The Little Mermaid like twice a day, every day for like 2 years. So I'm a huge fan of mermaids, both nice and not so nice.
So if the mermaids exist in this story, are they nice?
No, they're not nice.
Bad ones. They're not the Little Mermaid. They're the evil mermaids.
They are not. There are not really a lot of nice people in this entire book, but that's why it's a horror book, so everybody can get their just desserts.
So give me a gist of where the story opens up.
The story opens up as the cruise is about to depart from its first stop, and everyone's kind of boarding, and you get a little overview of what's going to happen. We have a couple of people hopping onto the ship who should not necessarily be there. And they're going to be kind of the people who take us from story to story. And then eventually the last story is about them. So they're not nice people either.
Tell us about Marilyn.
Marilyn. Oh, she's such a bad person. Marilyn is very narcissistic and egotistical, and she genuinely believes that she can kind of do no wrong and everyone should just love what she does, and she's not very good at her job, and her job happens to be she is a plastic surgeon, so she is messing with people's lives, faces, bodies, and that comes back to haunt her because it turns out that she is as ugly on the inside as she has made some people on the outside.
Have you, out of all of these stories, is there one that you personally liked the best in this anthology?
Yeah, my favorite one is story number 2, which is about a family man who is on the ship and may not be so loyal to his loving wife and children, and he's a little bit crazy, and the woman that he may or may not have a little bit of a dalliance with is not who he expected or what he expected. So he's in for some trouble. And that was my favorite one to write by far, I think.
Did Dave and David have the story concepts all laid out and then you just fleshed out the writing for these?
Mm-hmm. They definitely had really good ideas of like 4 distinct stories, but like a really nice way to tie them all together. And then kind of the mastermind of the whole thing is revealed at the end. And it was really fun to kind of take the ideas that they had and really make them like human. Like one of the lines I gave Marilyn is actually something I've heard my sister say before. So it's like, it's really fun.
Sure, your sister's a great person, though.
She's lovely. She's lovely, but she definitely takes her vacations very seriously. And she's always talking about, get me by the pool with a bevy in my hand. That's all I want to do. I just want to relax.
A bevy. I'm adding this to my vocabulary. This weekend when I'm in Vegas, I need a bevy.
I need a bevy. Just get me the pool and the bevy. Yeah.
So were you in the original working concepts when this was called Haunted Cruise instead of Sea of Souls?
No, the first I heard of it was Sea of Souls. And for some reason I kept calling it Sea of Scrolls, and I don't know why.
I'm genuinely interested to know why we changed the name. I don't know. Maybe Casey's in the background. I don't know if she knows. This could just be a Dave question, but I was going to ask him, like, why did we make it? Why did we take away Haunted Cruise? Like, Sea of Souls is a good title, but like Haunted Cruise is also like, and you're maybe, going on a Haunted Cruise. I don't know.
Maybe because Haunted Cruise sounds a little bit like Haunted Mansion, which is a Disney type of thing. They said it sounds
okay.
Chuck, there are 4 stories in Sea of Souls.
So my next question is going to be, obviously Carrie's is on cover A. However, she doesn't always make an appearance in our Grimm Tales of Terror stories. Does she make a cameo in this story?
She does not. No.
So no. So enjoy your cover A, everybody.
That's right. That's right. Enjoy it. That's the only taste you get of her.
You know, Jenna's mysterious like that, so. Okay, so if somebody had never read Zenescope before, what makes this a little bit like what would be a selling point of this story to them? Like, what kind of fans would like this story? What can they expect from this story? And what makes this story different than what other publishers out there will offer?
I think that with this, what's really fun about it is that a lot of times villains I find are a little bit cartoony or like caricaturish. And I feel like in a couple of these stories, at least, there are villains that feel like someone you might know, or someone like it's not out of the realm of possibility that these people would do these things. And I feel like it's always really nice to see bad people get what's coming to them, because they in real life they so rarely do. Like I feel like people get away with a lot. And I feel like with Zenescope, one of my favorite things about Zenescope is how pretty everything looks and like how gorgeous the women are. Like I feel like I read so many comics where I'm either underwhelmed by the art or all of the characters sound the same. And like with Zenescope, I feel like you have really distinct characters, really distinct stories, really distinct points of view, and like it's all just executed really gorgeously. So that's why we stand out. We're awesome.
That's right. Say it louder. So again, today, everybody, we're talking about not Haunted Cruise, was once Haunted Cruise, but Grimm Tales of Terror Quarterly, Sea of Souls, $8.99. You can get it in the web store. You can get it on Comixology, or you can get it at your local comic shop. And we're with writer Jenna Lynn Wright, who has written many tales of terror for us now, as well as other stories. And speaking of other stories, I know we have an Oz annual coming up, maybe written by Jenna Lynn Wright. I don't know. You tell me.
Perhaps that's a yes. Perhaps I got to go back to Oz and hang out with Dorothy and Thorn and Scarecrow and Toto. And it's a blast because I got to write another new villain. I think he's new. So along with Patch, we now have Ozmo.
I can't wait to read. And the craziest thing is that it comes out next week.
You can't stop, won't stop. Just
so what are you doing next Wednesday at 3 p.m.?
I'm going to be right here.
Cool. Okay. So everybody, if you have pending questions after you read Sea of Souls, Jenna will be back. As you know, I didn't get to have Jenna on about a year ago to talk about Patchwork Girl, but it was one of my favorite reads of last year. She was like the most terrifying villain, I think, personally in Zenescope history, besides like the Mad Hatter.
Thank you. I loved writing her.
She was creepy. I hope we get more of her. I can't wait to see what happens with her character.
I do too. I'd love to write her again.
Well, thank you so much, Jenna. We'll hopefully see you next Wednesday where we'll talk about Oz. Is there any other books that you're currently working on that you'd like to share?
I am. I'm writing the one right after Oz is going to be a Jasmine story.
Oh, we haven't seen much Jasmine recently, so that'll be awesome.
Yeah, she was a blast to write. And then I may have one more after that, but I'm not sure. So just going to keep on coming for me. Just you can't get rid of me. I'm just always going to be here.
People love the Patchwork Girl. Such a good story.
Yeah. And thank you guys for all the kind words, John and everybody. That's wonderful.
In our backstage is Casey, who works for us, who hosts her own show on Monday. And one of the first reads that she wrote in the comments was Blood Pharaoh, which was a great story.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I love some plagues.
Me too.
Who doesn't love a good plague?
Well, thanks, Jenna. I will hopefully see you next Wednesday.
Absolutely. Thank you, Amber.
Again, we just spoke to writer Jenna Lynn Wright of Grimm Tales of Terror Quarterly, Sea of Souls, not to be confused with Sea of Scrolls, which would have also been a very cool title. You can get it right now in our web store, $8.99. It is a creepy ghost ship story where you don't really know what's going on in the ship. And if you've recently read some Zenescope, then you know that our Christmas special took place, all around traveling on a plane. So where will we go after this? Are trains in our future? Dave, write this into life. Like, that's what I'm saying. We've recently done planes. We've done boats. Let's make our way to trains. planes, trains, and automobiles. There's no boats in that. Okay, never mind. That's right. I like this emoji, Casey. So again, we talked about our only release today, which is Sea of Souls. We have a very jam-packed next week, though. We have 3 releases. Jenna will be back because we will be talking about Oz. On top of that, Dracula's Daughter, which if you're on our web store right now, you might see is up on the web store, is not being released this week. It is being released next week. That is also coming out on top of Grimm Fairy Tales number 59. So hopefully I'll have Dave on next week. Hopefully have Pat on next week. Hopefully have Jenna on. It will be, I was going to say like a group. I was trying to look for a fun word with group of a true Zenescope top tier cast. There we are. Top tier cast hopefully coming on next Wednesday. So next week's going to be really, really good. On top of that, there's so much other stuff going on. Casey, if you'd like to really fast, run through the covers with me one more time, and then I'll get to the end. So here was your lovely cover A, which I saw that many of you guys like the most. This is probably my favorite cover because I really like the boat. Here is cover B. A mermaid, the evil mermaid in the water. It's like the reflection of the evil mermaid, very deceptive. And here is cover C. So again, these are your 3 covers for this week. With our quarterlies, they're 72 pages. That's why they are a little bit more expensive than our single issues because you're getting a full story from start to finish in those. So again, make sure that you go to your web store, you go to Comixology, or you head to our website and you purchase it now. So moving on. Okay, we have a very, very busy week here at Zenescope. Next Monday, we'll be doing Coffee with Casey and Noah, as we always do. This weekend, though, we will be in Vegas. We'll be in Vegas. We all leave tomorrow. If you don't hear from us on, next week, and I wonder, Coffee with Casey and Noah will probably be pushed, I imagine, to Tuesday, right? Yeah, so it will actually be Tuesday because we'll be returning back from Vegas, but we'll be at Vegas. We'll be at the Mirage. We're really excited to hang out with everybody. So if you guys are going to be there, sound off in the comments. I can't wait to meet everybody. Don't forget that Friday, we will be doing free signings with Ralph, Joe, David Wall, and Dave Rancini at Fandomverse, which is about a 20 to 30 minute ride from the Mirage. We will also have a retailer live stream happening, aka this Friday. We usually do it on Tuesdays, but we will do it Friday. So if you're in the area, if you know of anybody in the area, if you live in Vegas, you want some stuff free signed, head to Fandomverse. Head to them. It's going to be a great, great time. But then the actual convention will take place that Saturday, then followed by that Tuesday with Coffee and Casey with Noah. Next Wednesday is your jam-packed NCW. And then I know we have Movie Club coming up very, very shortly. I always want to say the title wrong. I know it's Barbarella, but I'm like, is that the correct pronunciation of that? Your entire Movie Club crew will be in attendance, so that will be taking place next week. There's other stuff going on right now as well, which is we are currently doing an Easter egg scratch-off hunt. All orders that were placed in the middle of April through the end of the month will come with a very special scratch-off. You could win some really awesome Zenescope prizes, including an NFT. So that promotion, so every order that you place between now before the end of the month will come with a fun scratch-off based on the availability of scratch-offs. Our next VCon then will be taking place in May. It will be the weekend. It will be somewhere like around the week of May 20th. I know. But we will be hosting a cosplay contest for that. So you'll be able to, if you know of anybody, if you're a cosplayer, if you know that your child's a cosplayer, etc., make sure you send them the info on that. We've been posting on it on our social pages. You can submit your photos at cosplay@zenescope.com. But get them in early. There will be 3 awesome, incredible prizes as always. And these are a lot of fun. Like Ralph usually gets some really good judges to come in. One of our cosplayers, Rebecca Ross, is actually going to be at Vegas this weekend. So if you know of anybody you'd like to submit your photos to cosplay@zenescope.com. I think this was it on my full recap, but I'm seeing if I missed anything. Oh, I missed the NCW collectible card I'm giving away. That's fine. So there's going to be special stipulations, but this week's winner, I'll let Casey pop it up on there because I hate sometimes saying people's names wrong in the background. Oh, except this one was easy. Antonio! Yay! Congratulations, Antonio. You will get the incredible NCW cover, the Mystere Sun Kumanaki, sent to you. Confetti everywhere. Woohoo! Congrats, Antonio. Super, super awesome. And then next week, we will be having a special stipulation that will really be taking place this week. It won't be shipped to you if you come to the VIP event and you walk up to me and you say, hey, give me the NCW showcase. I don't know what's happening to me lately. I'll hand it to you. I will only have one copy of it. So whoever comes up to me first at the VIP event and requests it will be given the showcase. I will be having it. It will be transported in my luggage very safely for you CGC beloved graders. Yes, you can also, whoever you see, you know, if you're like, I want the showcase, but whoever tells us first, then it will be gone forever. So don't forget to come up and talk to us about it. Yes, somebody should do the paperclip costume from All Guts No Glory. Can we just talk about All Guts No Glory for like 2 minutes? I know that Ralph and Casey spoke about it last week, but that story, incredible ending, and has had major reviews on it. Ralph is a fantastic writer, continues to write fantastic work, and I love All Guts No Glory. I'm loving all the really positive feedback that we get from that story, and I appreciate you guys sharing your positive feedback about it. So thank you. Thank you for being such awesome fans all of the time. Okay, well, that's it. This was a special edition of NCW because we're going to end under like 23 minutes, which in recent times it's been way longer. So, check us that quick question. So, I think our last time around was sold out, but I think we were off by like one issue. Actually, I think it probably sold out. I know that we missed what would have been that week where we shred because we were all at the convention, but so I know that you're dying to know. There'll be some fun videos, although this one I think is pretty close to selling out too. So you might not see any videos from me either. Sorry, everybody. Okay. Well, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for joining us on NCW, where you come for the covers, but you stay for the stories. Stay tuned next Wednesday for a massive guest lineup of hopefully Pat Shan, Jenna Lynn Wright, and Dave Franchini as we talk about 3 releases.